This recording is designed to be calm and predictable. There is nothing here you need to remember. You can listen for as long as you like and let your attention drift when it's ready. Tonight, we'll move slowly through how libraries organize books. We'll stay with one idea at a time. There's no rush and no goal to reach. Libraries exist to make large collections of books easier to navigate. Without organization, finding a single book among thousands would take a very long time. To solve this, libraries use simple systems that place books into clear, repeating categories. At the most basic level, books are grouped by subject. Books about similar topics are kept near one another. This allows readers to browse without searching randomly. Over time, librarians developed formal systems to make this process consistent. One of the most common is called the Dewey Decimal System. It arranges knowledge into broad areas, then gradually narrows them. In this system, each subject is given a number. These numbers act like addresses. They tell both readers and librarians where a book belongs. The numbers begin with very general topics. As the numbers become longer, the subjects become more specific. This allows many books to exist within the same general area without confusion. For example, history books are grouped together. Within that group, books about different regions are placed into smaller sections. Within those sections, the topics narrow even further. This structure allows the library to grow without becoming disorganized. New books can be added without changing the entire system. They simply receive a number that fits within the existing pattern. Each book also has a label on its spine. This label usually includes the classification number and the author's name. Together, these details help the book return to the correct place after use. Shelves in a library are arranged in a logical order. Numbers increase gradually from one end of the shelf to the other. This creates a predictable flow as you move through the space. Walking through a library often feels calm for this reason. The environment follows rules that don't change unexpectedly. Everything has a place, and that place stays consistent. Libraries also organize books alphabetically within their numbered sections. This is usually done by the author's last name. Alphabetical order adds another layer of predictability. Because of this, finding a book becomes a quiet sequence of steps. First, the subject area, then the number, then the author. Nothing happens suddenly. Each step leads naturally to the next. Over time, people who use libraries often develop an intuitive sense of where things are. Even without knowing exact numbers, they learn patterns. These patterns reduce effort and uncertainty. Libraries are designed to reduce friction between people and information. They do this by repeating the same organizational logic everywhere. Whether you visit a small local library or a large academic one, the principles remain similar. Some libraries use slightly different systems, but the goal is always the same: to make information accessible without confusion. Beyond books, libraries also organize other materials. Magazines, journals, and media follow their own structured arrangements. Each collection is kept consistent within itself. This consistency allows the library to function quietly. There's no need for constant explanation. The system speaks for itself through repetition As books are borrowed and returned, they move through the same paths repeatedly. Checked out, checked in, reshelved in the same place. This cycle happens thousands of times without disruption. It's slow, steady, and reliable, much like the environment it creates. Libraries are not designed for speed. They are designed for calm access. Organization supports this by removing unnecessary decisions. When decisions are removed, the mind can rest. There's no guessing where something belongs. The structure already exists. Even if a book is unfamiliar, its position is not random. It fits into a larger pattern that stays in place over time. This predictability is intentional. Many people find comfort in this kind of order. Rows of shelves, clear labels, consistent spacing. Nothing asks for immediate attention. Nothing competes for focus. Everything waits patiently. This is part of why libraries often feel peaceful. The organization reduces noise, both physical and mental. It allows movement without urgency. As you think about this, there's no need to visualize every detail. You don't need to remember names or numbers. You can simply let the idea pass through. Books resting on shelves, numbers increasing slowly, subjects grouped together, the same pattern, repeated gently. Libraries continue to use these systems because they work. They don't need to be exciting. They need to be dependable. And dependability creates ease. As this explanation continues, the pace stays the same. There's nothing new you need to follow closely. The structure has already been set. You can listen, or you can let the words blur into background sound. Both are fine. Libraries will continue organizing books this way tomorrow, and the day after that, quietly maintaining order. There's nothing here that requires effort, nothing that needs to be solved, just a calm system doing its work. You can stay with the sound of the voice, or let it drift. Either way, everything is already in its place. Libraries organize books by grouping similar subjects together. This grouping allows large collections to remain calm and navigable. Instead of placing books randomly, libraries arrange them by topic. Books that share a subject are kept near one another on the shelves. This creates a sense of order that stays consistent over time. Subjects are arranged from broad to specific. Large categories come first. Smaller, more detailed topics follow naturally within them. This means that a reader moving through a library is not jumping between unrelated ideas. The topics change slowly and predictably. One subject gently leads into the next. For example, books about general knowledge are separated from books about science. Science books are then separated into smaller areas. Each area narrows the focus without sudden shifts. This gradual narrowing is intentional. It allows the mind to stay oriented without effort. There is no need to constantly readjust attention. Libraries rely on repetition to maintain this structure. The same subject groupings appear in the same order across shelves. This repetition creates familiarity. Even when a person visits a library for the first time, the layout feels understandable. The system does not require explanation. It reveals itself through consistency. As books are added, they are placed into existing subject groups. The structure expands without changing its foundation. Nothing needs to be rearranged dramatically. This stability helps libraries remain calm spaces. There is no urgency built into the environment. Everything waits where it belongs. Over time, people learn these groupings without realizing it. They begin to anticipate where certain topics will be found. This reduces decision-making and mental strain. When fewer decisions are required, the mind can relax. The environment feels supportive rather than demanding. Order replaces noise. Libraries use subject grouping not to impress, but to simplify. The goal is not speed or excitement. The goal is clarity and ease. As you listen, there is nothing here to remember. The idea is simple and steady. Books are placed with similar books. That pattern repeats quietly, shelf after shelf, library after library. You don't need to picture every detail. You can let the idea remain soft and general. The structure works even without close attention. Subjects remain grouped. The system continues. Nothing unexpected happens. You can stay with the sound of the voice, or you can let it blend into the background. Either way, the order remains in place. Libraries often use numbers to organize their collections. These numbers act as simple markers that help place books in consistent locations. Each number represents a subject area. The numbers are arranged in an ordered sequence. This order stays the same throughout the library. The purpose of these numbers is not complexity. They exist to reduce confusion. They allow many books to share space without overlap. When a new book arrives, it is given a number that fits within the system. That number guides where the book will be placed. Nothing is left to guesswork. The numbers increase gradually along the shelves. As you move through them, the subjects shift slowly. There are no sudden jumps. This gradual progression creates a sense of continuity. One section flows into the next. The space feels organized without drawing attention to itself. Books with similar numbers sit near one another. This keeps related ideas close together. It also makes browsing feel calm and predictable. The numbers themselves do not need to be memorized. Most people do not think about them consciously. They simply follow the order as it unfolds. Over time, the system becomes familiar. The mind learns the pattern without effort. the shelves begin to feel intuitive. Libraries rely on this consistency to stay quiet and functional. The numbers do their work in the background. They guide movement without interruption. Nothing about the system changes quickly. The same structure remains in place year after year. This stability allows the space to remain restful. As you listen, there is no need to focus on the details. You don't need to remember any numbers. You can let the idea remain general and soft. Books are numbered. Numbers follow an order. The shelves remain calm. That pattern repeats quietly, without urgency, without variation. You can continue listening, or you can let the words drift. The structure will remain either way. Once a book has been assigned a subject and a number, it is placed on a shelf. The shelf order follows the same sequence as the classification system. Books are arranged so that the numbers increase gradually. They move from left to right, from one shelf to the next. This order does not change. It stays consistent throughout the library. The shelves act as a physical extension of the system. Each book has a small label on its spine. This label shows the number and the author's name. Together, they help the book return to its place. When a book is removed and later returned, the label guides it back. There is no need to decide where it belongs. The place is already defined. This process happens quietly many times each day. Books are taken down. Books are put back. The shelves remain steady as this happens. Nothing shifts dramatically. The order holds. For someone walking through the library, this creates a smooth experience. The shelves progress slowly. The subjects change without interruption. There are no sudden breaks in the layout, no unexpected turns. Everything follows the same pattern. This repetition makes the space feel dependable. Even without thinking about it, the order is felt. It supports movement without effort. You don't need to picture every shelf clearly. The idea can stay soft and general. Books in rows, numbers increasing. The shelves continue quietly. The system continues quietly. Nothing asks for attention. You can listen to the voice, or let it blend into the background. The order remains either way. Books move in and out of libraries quietly each day. They are borrowed, they are returned. When a book comes back, it follows a familiar path. It is checked in. Then it waits briefly before returning to the shelves. There is no urgency in this process. The system allows time. Everything moves at a steady pace. When the book is ready, it is guided back to its place. The label on the spine shows where it belongs. No decisions are required. The shelves receive the book without change. The order remains intact. The space absorbs the movement easily. This cycle repeats again and again. Books leave, books return. Nothing becomes crowded. Nothing becomes rushed. The structure holds. Librarians and staff follow the same steps each time. The routine does not vary. Consistency keeps the system calm. Even when many books are moving, the environment stays quiet. The process spreads movement evenly. No single moment feels busy. Over time, this repetition becomes invisible. The system runs without attention. It supports the space without effort. You don't need to imagine every step. You can let the idea stay broad and simple. Books returning to where they belong. The shelves remain steady. The order continues. Nothing changes quickly. You can continue listening, or you can let the words soften. The cycle will continue either way. Libraries follow similar patterns wherever you go. The systems may vary slightly, but the structure feels familiar. Shelves are arranged in steady sequences. Subjects remain grouped together. Order is maintained quietly. Because of this, a library often feels understandable right away. Even in a new place, the layout makes sense. The space does not need explanation. This consistency reduces effort. The mind does not need to adjust. The structure is already known. Over time, this familiarity becomes comforting. The environment feels dependable. Nothing unexpected happens. Libraries rely on this steadiness to remain calm. They do not change their systems often. The order stays in place. You don't need to think about how it works. You can simply notice that it does, quietly and reliably. The same patterns repeat. The same order remains. Across different buildings and different times, you can let the idea stay simple. Libraries are organized in familiar ways. That familiarity stays consistent. The voice can remain in the background now. There is nothing new to follow, nothing to anticipate. The structure continues either way. Libraries are built around order. That order does not need attention to function. Books rest where they belong. Shelves hold them steadily. The arrangement remains unchanged. Familiar patterns repeat throughout the space. Rows follow rows. Subjects stay grouped. This repetition creates ease. Nothing needs to be figured out. Nothing needs to be remembered. The system continues quietly in the background. It does not announce itself. It simply stays in place. As time passes, the details become less important. Only the sense of order remains, calm and steady. You don't need to follow every sentence now. The meaning can blur gently. The structure does not depend on attention. Books remain organized, shelves remain aligned. The space holds its shape. The same ideas return slowly, without variation, without change. You can stay with the sound of the voice, or let it soften and drift. Everything continues as it should. Libraries remain steady places. Nothing shifts suddenly. Books stay where they belong. Shelves hold their shape. Order continues quietly. There is no need to understand the system now. It works without attention. It stays in place on its own. The same patterns repeat. Rows of shelves, groups of books. Nothing asks to be followed. Nothing asks to be remembered. The space remains calm. The structure remains unchanged. Time passes gently. You can let the words soften. They do not need to stay clear. They can drift in and out. Everything continues as it has before, quietly, without effort. Books rest on shelves. Shelves remain aligned. The system holds. There is nothing else to notice, nothing else to do. You can listen, or you can let the sound fade into the background. Everything is already in its place.